To my sister Margie, I'm sending you one of the Palm fans made famous by Silas Dent along with this letter. Though I'm sure she thought it odd that I should send such a souvenir, the postmistress Mrs. Blanche Mary was kind enough to oblige me with it. Simple it may be, but Silas's handiwork has spared me greatly from mosquitoes and the heat. Hopefully by the time it reaches you back home in St. Louis, the mosquitoes won't have eaten me alive. The pesky blights swarm so thickly that I have to throw a stick into their cloud to make room for myself or use the fan to battle them. Still, I am utterly enjoying myself in this balmy paradise. I can't thank you enough for clipping that article in the paper about Red Nelson's record-breaking sailfish catch. Who'd have thought my favorite player on the Browns would be as good at fishing as he was at pitching? It sure was the inspiration I needed to take a break and come check out the town of Passagrow. Once I got here, I found out that Red wasn't the only famous ball player to go fishing out here. The Babe brought a bunch of the Yankees out to fish with the Mary family too, when they were down here spring training. One of the Mary kids, Don, told me all about it. They caught so many fish that the boat started to sink with the weight of it, and they had to turn back early. So, of course, when it was time for me to go fishing, I hired Blanche's husband, Captain Kenneth Mary, for one of those famous Mary fishing trips. I left the Passagrow Hotel this morning and headed over to the Mary dock, where Ken was waiting with his charter boat. Fellow tourists had lined the dock, pole in hand, ready to try for a catch. There were about 4 of us that went out with Ken so we could split the $35 cost, and I must say it was one of the best ways to spend $9 that I've ever imagined. Though, towards the end, I did feel a tinge of seasickness. Ken Mary and his family have managed to successfully run this business for almost 3 decades now, which, as his card states, specializes in tarpon fishing, pleasure rides, tours of the Gulf and Bay, and the expertise of a fast guide. And it is no question as to why. He lives up to all he offers. I left all the worries and stress of St. Louis behind me as we sped out to the Gulf in his boat, aptly called Mary. I got lost in the adventures of catching air as we bounced over the waves while dolphins played in the foamy eddies trailing behind the boat. When he reached his favorite fishing spot, Ken brought the boat to a stop. We spent the next several hours with our poles in the water and the sun on our backs. I'm proud to say that, in addition to a load of redfish and kingfish, I caught myself a tarpon by the end of it. And whoo, what a fight it put up. When we arrived back at the dock, the tourists from this morning all lined up to see the haul we had brought in. Ken convinced myself and the others from our outing to take photos with our catches hanging under the Passagrow Beach, Florida sign on the pier. He assured us that everyone did it, and back when he was a kid, folks would go fishing in their Sunday best. I can't imagine being out in this heat in suit and tie. Thank goodness times have changed. While waiting for the picture to take, I watched the steady stream of tourists driving down Passagrow Way. Ken said that they used to come by charter boats from the mainland, in droves of 2 to dozens, and on boats of all shapes and sizes. His father Joseph built the pier and a store at the end of it to serve their needs while they were out for the day, and that's how the Marys made a buck and got established out here. They seem to know everything about this beach and everyone in this community. They directed me to a local restaurant that's going to be able to clean and cook up some of the redfish I landed today, and I am entirely thrilled at the prospect of tasting my victory. It'll be almost as savory as the shocked reaction we got from the folks on the dock when we arrived with our catch this afternoon. It is here that I must draw this letter to a close if I want to take a swim before supper. That is one of the things I'll miss the most when I come home, the refreshing swims after a hot day. I miss you and our parents dearly and eagerly anticipate a response to the arrival of your fan. May you never be faced with defending yourself from hordes of mosquitoes with it. Your brother, Jim.